Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Christopher David Lawson of NEPA. In today's video we're going to be reviewing and installing the LASFIT rock lights on my 2022 Ford Maverick. Let's go ahead and roll the video. Alright folks, let's go ahead and get started on talking about what actually comes in the box here. You're getting 4 rock lights with the switch and all the wiring all connected, ready to go. You just have to install them yourself. They are switchable between amber and white light. And of course, these are rock lights, but you don't have to use them necessarily as rock lights. You can put them in the bed of your truck or wherever. You can use them almost like an underglow kit. They will work great for that. The wiring is actually set up for 8 lights if you decide you want to buy 4 more lights, but this kit comes with 4, 1 for each wheel well. I know a lot of people like to run 2 extra or 4 extra underneath the frame of your truck or unibody, depending on what you're installing it in. Of course, you can use it in a car too. Don't really see you using it in a motorcycle, but if you really wanted to, you could. These LASFIT lights are definitely waterproof. I've installed their bulbs before. I've got one of their light bars. I'm almost guaranteeing this is going to be a great product that lasts a long time. Let's go ahead and open the box and see what's in there. I don't want to ramble on too much. These videos tend to be too long as it is, especially with installs. So, of course, you got your instructions. Each light and the kit for accessories is boxed separately. Hopefully you can see this good on camera. They are labeled very well. Obviously, this is your accessory kit with all your wiring and your switch. You have 2 boxes that are labeled for front. That's just, the lights are the same, they're just the length of the wiring that comes in it. And of course you have one labeled as behind. Not sure why they labeled it as behind, but they're the back lights. I will start off by opening one of the behind lights just to show you what they look like. Nice packaging, real nice cardboard they always ship their products in too. Let's say I've never had an issue with shipping on any of these. Here's your LED light, really heavy duty aluminum, and it has like the heat sink and stuff on the back. It comes with a rubber mount. I probably will not be using these today. This is if you're mounting it like on a more of a solid surface. And of course the Maverick, like a lot of new vehicles, doesn't have a solid inner fender well. These are whatever, like a plastic fiber, recycled fibers like they use today, which is nice. It'll make it a lot easier for me to drill the holes. There's going to be 2 holes drilled for mounting it, and I probably will be drilling a hole to run the wire through the fender well. Now, I'm going to be installing these on my Ford Maverick. I don't do any off-roading with this, obviously. I have stock suspension. I know some people like to do lift kits and do a little bit of light off-roading with these, overlanding, whatever. These are still good because I drive on the highway at nighttime. I work till 10 o'clock at night, so if it's really dark out on the highway and if something happens where I get a flat tire or something happens with my truck, I have to pull off to the side. These are going to make it easier for me to change the tire out, put the spare tire on. It's going to make me more visible to oncoming traffic. All right, folks, I got all the lights out of the box lined up, ready to go. I also forgot to talk about what comes in the accessory box. And of course, you have your battery connection here with a fuse already in line. You have screws to mount the lights. You had zip ties for the wiring. Here's all your connection for the lights. 4 of them are capped off and 4 of them aren't, but basically these plug in and then they have waterproof connectors that will screw into the rock lights wiring. And of course your switch, which is for amber and white light, depending on what you want to do. Kind of disappointed in this style of light, honestly. It's not the same type of light that they used for the light bar. I would have liked to have had the same exact type of switch. It still should have worked as a 3-way switch if they would have had something similar. So far, that's my only complaint before installing. Real quickly, folks, I wanted to show you the instructions and stuff too. They got the list of accessories, everything that comes with it, obviously. Their instructions of how to run the wire is very oversimplified. Obviously, the battery on this Maverick's not directly in the front. It's off to the left side, which is not a big deal. And of course, they have the back wiring running all the way up the middle, which you can't really do on the Maverick, unfortunately, because you not only have your drive shaft there, your exhaust also runs directly up the middle on this truck in that spot. All right, folks, sorry about the noise. One of my neighbors is mowing his lawn now too. What my game plan is here, obviously you're going to be connecting to the battery. You don't want to do that to the end till everything's already together. I have to run the switch down through. There's a hole in the firewall I can run through that I already ran the previous lights through there. I'm going to run the wiring across the front here. and then drop it down on this side, because there's a little bit more of an opening on this side. You don't have to deal with like the steering box, and then you can just connect everything on this side once you get underneath. All right, to give you an idea what I'm talking about, there's a rubber grommet thing there with the wire already coming out. That wire is for my light bar I got from LASFIT, but my plan is to pull that grommet out and go ahead and run the switch wire through that. And then we're going to be bringing it in, and I got to find a place to mount it in here somewhere. Like I said, this is the type of switch that they use for the light bar. I really wish they would have stuck with that kind, because that just sticks on there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to probably drill a hole in my dashboard to mount that switch. All right, basically what I did, I got the wire through. I pulled that grommet out for now. I'm going to have to push that back in here in a little bit. But my plan is to take a drill, much like I did with the original, the light bar. I'm going to drill a hole there. We'll have to disconnect the switch from there and just run these 3 wires through the hole. Trying to drill the hole as small as possible so we don't have any kind of air leaks or anything underneath there through the rubber grommet. Okay, folks, you can see what I did there. I had to make the hole just big enough so you could get these 3 pieces in there. The ends connections, obviously. I can go ahead and push that rubber grommet back up there now, get as much wiring as I need in here. It's always good to have a little extra in here, and you can always tie it up later, but we'll do the tying up and everything at the end. I'm just going to go ahead and run it up here over the top and just let it hang for now until I figure out how I actually want to mount it. All right, folks, real quick, I'll show you what I did, how I ran the wire so far. Obviously, we're not connecting these till the end, but I did temporarily zip tie them here to this wire just to make sure I kept the wire there and didn't drag it down. I zip tied across the back. All the extra wire for the switch is zip tied behind everything, behind the battery. And I just put 3 zip ties across, dropped it down right here. This is where I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not, folks, but this was honestly the safest way to run wiring down in. Wire comes across that plastic shield and drops down. That way you're not hitting like the CV joints. You're not touching any hot pipes or anything. You're not in the way of any other wires or anything that moves or might burn the wire. This is still, sorry, it's sideways, but quite a bit of extra wire down here to work with now. I am kind of in the middle. I just, like I said, you can't go directly up the middle because of the exhaust. I wouldn't anyway. Right, folks, this is where it's going to come down to your own personal preference where you want to mount them. Again, I'm not going to use the rubber mounts. I think it makes them stick out a little bit too far. I'm actually going to go toward the outside here. Probably hard to see. The sun's in a bad spot right now. I took the 3 plastic clips out. You can see I can easily get to it. It's easier if you got your suspension kind of expanded out too, so you get the drill in there. I don't have a short stubby drill, which would have made this job easier. Just look in there too, make sure you're not going to hit anything when you're drilling. That's why I went ahead and pulled the 3 clips out with my handy dandy clip pulling tool. Just a wrench, folks. That was the easiest way to do it, and a screwdriver. All right, folks, I got the first side in. Obviously not using the rubber mounts. The screws stick out a little bit farther than the light. You probably could run it with the screws going upward if you really wanted to, but I just did it the way they recommend on the LASFIT instructions. But I may just take a grinder to that at the end. It's not really a big deal. It shouldn't hit the light anyway, unless your suspension's really bad or you hit something, which you're probably going to damage your rims anyway. But I did run the wire down, got it connected. I used a little dielectric grease on it before I connected it, and everything's back together on this side. Now we're going to go ahead and switch and do the other side. I'm not going to bother recording that. It's basically the same thing, folks. All right, folks, side 2 is done. I went ahead and ran the wiring and everything, so we got both of the front ones hooked up. I'm going to show you how I ran the wire underneath, and then the next project's going to be to get the back side done. Of course, folks, there's not really much to show you because I ran the wires across the top of this part of the frame rail. I'm going to start with the passenger side first. I think this is going to be the easiest side to run the wiring because I basically just got to run straight forward. Pretty much going to be the same as doing the front, except this is more of a hard plastic for the fender here. I don't know why they use hard plastic back here and then they use the other stuff up front, but should be the same principle. Still should be pretty easy to drill this out. Took the 3 clips out, same type of clips, and we'll go ahead and do that now. I'll drill this out, get the lights on there. Pretty much going to do the same thing I did in the front though, right there in the center. All right, light number 3 is on, back light. I ran the wires. This was really easy to drop it down to here. Basically, Zip tied it down there, ran it underneath here along that part, got it up to about right there. Still got this wiring hanging down here though, folks. I'm gonna tighten that all up after I get the last light done on that side. All right, folks, we got the final light installed. I ran the wires underneath here. I ended up removing the speed nuts from the panel underneath. Like I said, basically what I did, there's 3 speed nuts. I removed those quickly, ran the wire down the inside part here the best I could. I didn't want to have it toward the outside the wire, because if you jack the truck up or whatever, you're going to pinch the wire. Ran it all the way to the front. Basically what I did, I just ran it right next to the other wire from the front, went straight across, and we're hanging down here now. I just got to throw a little electric grease on it, plug it in, and then basically just have to neaten up the wires, and the last thing we got to do is hook the positive cable up to the battery. All right, folks, we went ahead and secured them to the 2 10mm nuts. Made sure all the wires out of the way, nothing's touching where it shouldn't be touching. I might be able to neaten it up a little bit more underneath here. That'll be your choice if you want to spend a little extra time. Not that it really matters because you don't see it. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip the switches and check out to see if all 4 lights work. All right, that is on setting, I think, number 2 on the switch. That is your white lights. That is your brighter light. This one seems to be working okay. I'm going to walk around and take a look at the other ones, and we'll check the other function. All right, that is setting 1. That gives you your amber light. Looks pretty good. We'll have to come back at nighttime and check it out to see how bright it is. All right, there's setting 2 with the white lights. We'll do a walk around. That lights up around the outside of the truck. That's pretty cool, actually. That's unexpected. It worked out pretty good. Of course, you can see my other LASFIT lights, tail lights of the truck. That's kind of cool how it lights up the ground like that, though. Pretty neat. All right, here we are from the front again. You can see my LASFIT switchbacks are lit up again. This is the amber, obviously. Pretty cool. The amber is not supposed to be as bright as the white, just so you know. But we'll do a full walk around to that, see how that looks. Of course, those are LASFIT up there that just shut off. That's a pretty cool pattern that lights up around there. Of course, you know, like I said, if I get stuck on the side of the road somewhere in the middle of the night and I need to change a tire, I got all the light I need to see the lug nuts and stuff, and I can see what I'm doing. That lights up pretty good. I like those. All right, that's it for the video today, folks. Like I said, this is pretty cool. I like this. I'm not planning on doing any off-roading or anything with it. Hopefully I never end up off the road and end up needing these, but this will definitely help me if I'm in a pinch on the side of the road in the middle of the night and need to change a tire or look for something underneath my truck. Thanks for tuning in. You get a discount if you use my code LawsonRanger10. I'll put a link in the description for the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.